So the Elixir Loong has been in the game for a few days, and I'm pretty sure that we've already found some really good comps with him. And in this video, I'm going to show them to you. So with the Loong, you're really going to want to go for goblins, because goblins are realistically the only thing that is going to get you enough elixir to compete with other troops late game. Now this troop, the ruler, the Elixir Loong, has a huge advantage early game because of that extra troop. It hard counters Empress, it hard counters Queen. It is just amazing early game because it just does so much damage. It has more troops than the other team, and if you play it right, you're just gonna pretty much win most all of your games. Now, I'm not saying that you're gonna win all of them, but you're gonna have a very, very good chance of winning most of your games. Now, the strategy with the Loong is to always buy the cheapest troop in the shop. It doesn't matter. Well, actually, it does kind of matter. It's always to buy the best, cheapest troop in the shop. So, say you get like a Skeleton Dragons or a Valkyrie, I would definitely pick the Valkyrie instead of the Skeleton Dragons, just because the Skeleton Dragons are really bad. But if you have like a Spear Goblin or a Valkyrie, I would pick the Spear Goblin, because the Spear Goblin is a lot better for a 2 elixir card than the Valkyrie is. So let's go ahead and start cycling through, and the first comp is going to be Goblin Thrower. Now, I love Goblin Thrower. It's my favorite comp to play in this game. It's what I've always mained, and probably what I always will main. And the reason why this is so good is because it's just a really solid comp, and you're going to be able to get all these troops early game, and just continue with the advantage of the Loong of having an extra troop. And look at that XE lineup. Wow. That guy's out of the game. And also, I am playing real people now. I'm like about 1,300, which on the Merge Tactics Builds website is, I believe, somewhere probably around top 500, top 5,000, which, isn't great, but it's not horrible. So, right here, I'm going to go ahead and get the Barb upgrade, and then I'm going to go Valkyrie right here so I can get the Juggernaut synergy. Juggernauts are probably the best trait in the game still. Juggernauts and the Throwers, or the Rangers, are still super strong. Rangers and Throwers, both with Queen, have a huge advantage. But now, the Loong actually has a huge advantage over Queen, because the Loong gets early wins because they have more troops than the Queen. But the Queen also needs early wins. So basically what I'm saying is the Loong hard counters the Queen in the fact that it gets a lot more troops than the Queen. And right here we take this huge win, and we're just doing so much damage early game that we might not even make it to the late game stages where you'll be able to see, sort of this comp in action. Also, sorry if you hear me sniffling in the background. I have a little bit of a cold, I think. Basically, with this comp, it is super broken against the Queen, because the Queen needs early wins. I'm just saying this. She needs early wins. Now, she has an advantage in the late game because she can get a ton of goblins late game, but it's less of an advantage now as it used to be, just because she can't kind of build up that kind of arsenal of goblins. And right here, we might actually lose to this Goblin Queen player. No, we actually do win. So we knock this Goblin Queen player out of the game with the Loong, because the Loong is just very, very strong. I said in my last video, I said he was really bad. I might be really wrong on that. Actually, I probably am really wrong, but I guess we'll have to see once the meta gets a little bit more advanced this season if I actually am right. We are blocking this Dark Goblin, which is really nice against this guy. And another thing I forgot to mention is you should always be trying to go for goblins with the Loong, because it's the only way you're going to be able to keep up with queens and empresses, because it's the only way that you're going to be able to get enough elixir to compete with the queens and empresses. And I was really thinking when this card released that, we were going to have a really hard time with getting 3-star troops and everything, just because we didn't have enough elixir. But now that I've been playing this Loong for a couple of days, I'm actually not really having any trouble getting these 3-star troops. And we take that win very easily with the first best comp in the game, which is Goblin Thrower with the Loong. Super strong. It's got Clan. It's got the high-level Barb. That is the first strongest comp. Super good. I would highly recommend that comp. And the next troop. So let's go into this, and I guess we're gonna go ahead and get the giant skeleton, and we can go ahead and put him in the front to sack him this round. Let's just go ahead and put our trait dummy right here. It's probably gonna draw the dart goblin. I really didn't think that through. That probably wasn't a great play, but let's hopefully get this trait dummy out of the way before his dart goblin gets mine out of the way, and hopefully that can kill the G Skelly. So okay, there goes the goblin, and once again the loon. Very solid in early rounds when you do get those 3 troops. Just a really good look early rounds. And let's see. Let's get the P.E.K.K.A right here, and let's get the Goblin for the Goblin synergy and put him in for the Giant Skeleton. Now, what I am going to do is go ahead and buy the Spear Goblin here, just to get a super strong backline troop. Maybe I should have bought the Knight for some extra tanking right there, but I think everything's okay. I think I should do just fine. And here we are with the queen, with the other queen player who only gets 2 troops on the board and is probably going to get knocked out in the next round here. We won't do enough damage quite yet, but look at that. Just a super probably unlucky start for this queen player. But once again, queen's struggling a lot against the loon, especially early game, mostly just early game. But and I cannot get the cards that I want for this comp. I might just play another game with Goblin Thrower if I don't get the right cards, because I really don't want to lose. Actually, I probably can lose, but okay. He's playing Assassins here, so we're going to go ahead and go for our anti-assassin placement, which is just these corner troops right here, or just these corners right there. And hopefully we can get the Golden Knight out of the way, and nothing else is going to happen. Let's go ahead and okay, we actually do knock this guy out, which is really nice. So once again, the Loong looking super good. Now I am playing against other Loong players, but still solid looking card. The more that I'm playing it, the more I'm kind of realizing this. I really like it. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if it can compete with Queen at top ladder, but it looks super solid. I'm not gonna lie. Let's go ahead and do this placement still. I probably should have changed it, but this guy is playing Rangers, which is also a very strong comp. Actually, what I was gonna play this game, but I guess we'll save that for the next game. Man, this comp is just so strong with the Loong. You get so much elixir from the Goblin synergy. Look at that. We do 6 damage to that guy in an early round. I shouldn't have bought that. That was a bad buy. Yo, don't flame me in the comments. Let's go ahead and go for our Juggernauts placement with the Loong. I placed my Juggernauts like this with the Loong. Someone might need to let me know if there's a better placement for this, because I feel like this isn't quite utilizing the best of the Juggernauts. But maybe I should put it like right there. Nah, I'll just keep it how it is for now. Hopefully we can take this game and move into the next one, since I wasn't really planning on playing this game. But let's see. Once again, this Goblin Thrower comp, super solid, super good against this guy. We knock him out. Nice. So that's another first place win. Look at all those traits we have on the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 traits. Beautiful. Great second game. Let's hopefully try and get the next comp in here. Hopefully we actually get the correct RNG for this comp this time. We do have big bucks, which is super good for the Loong. We are not playing another Loong. There's not another Loong in this lobby. We're going to go ahead and go for the Princess, which is the first component of this synergy. And we're going to go ahead and put the Prince in the back, so it gets the extra bonus damage from the backline Nobles part of the synergy. And it's going to do very well. We're going to stun this guy, and we're going to do 4 damage to him right at the start. I don't know why he put that on the bench. Doesn't really make sense to me, but maybe he just didn't get it in the game quick enough. Maybe he was trying to do some sneaky placements on his troops. Let's go ahead and sell this for the Princess merge, and then just put the Princess in. And I think I really want this archer, but I think I'll just get her next round. Maybe I want... No, okay. I need to get a goblin so I can hopefully get a lot of dark goblins and archers. So that's going to be the 2 cards that I want. The princess is okay. The only reason I have her in is because she's a high starred. I don't think princess is that good, especially for a 4 elixir card. I just feel like she doesn't really give a lot of value. But look at how much damage we do to that guy. 5 damage. He didn't get a single one of my troops out of there. And that's what I'm thinking, that this is a super solid looking comp, or a super solid looking tower troop. We get a lot of synergies right there. We get the Juggernaut, and we get the Ranger. Hopefully we can get some Goblins here, because I'm having a little bit of trouble getting some good Elixir economy. And that is what the Loong is going to struggle with, is Elixir economy. It's the only thing that's keeping it really afloat right now is the fact that Goblins is very, very, very good. I think that is probably... Wow, that did a lot of damage. And we're going to knock this guy out of the game. Once again, Loong looking super solid against these Queen players. I'm really not sure. Let me know if you guys are at top ladder and you're playing against Queens with the Loong. Let me know if you guys are winning that in early rounds, because right now I'm not the highest of ladder because I am, employed. And I, kind of have stuff to do outside of merge tactics. But let me know if you guys are at top ladder and you have stuff and, have any insight as to how the Loong is against Queen, because I would assume that he's very solid against the Queen just because of the extra troop. I really did not think it would do so much. It is absolutely doing a lot, and hopefully this Golden Knight does not go on my Archer. He does. I should have known that. That was my fault. I know that it jumps to that square. That was a placement issue on my part. Good grief. Can't even talk. Are we gonna win? It's gonna be close. This round is gonna be close. I do have the Ranger with my Princess, so I think... Oh, don't stun. Okay, we get it off before the stun, and we actually win, surprisingly. That was a very lucky win right there. We'll take it, though. Once again, struggling a lot without the Goblin synergy. Let's go ahead and get the machine in here for the Goblin synergy. That's nice. I'm just having a lot of trouble getting these high star troops without the Goblin synergy. Like, look at this guy. He's got the 3-star Dark Goblin. This guy's the 3-star Bandit, which is not great, but yeah, just really, really unfortunate how he does not get a lot of Elixir outside the Goblin synergy. But with the Goblin synergy, very solid card. Wow, that Prince just one-shot that guy. What? How did that even happen? That's crazy. Was it noble damage? I think it was probably the backline noble damage. Let's see who wins this one right here. Looks like... Okay, that guy does get knocked out. So I'm up against the Queen in the late rounds. And this is what I was really worried about with the Loong, is how it fares against the Queen in the late rounds. Because the Queen obviously just does so much more damage, or not so much more damage, has so much more Elixir and has a big advantage in the late game. Let's put all this down here. Hold on. Let me position my troops real quick. Let's do this. Is this position... What do you think about this position? Should it be this position, or should I put the Prince up here? Or should I put the machine up there? I think this is probably good. Let's see, I guess. Yeah, okay, nice. His assassins go right there. No, the Bandit isn't going to stun because the Juggernauts, which is really actually handy. Huge nerf to the Bandit, by the way. Just the Juggernauts. We actually win with Goblin Rangers, which was my second strongest comp and probably the only other viable comp in this thing. Let's go ahead and play one more game with it, and then I will switch to probably my third best comp that I think. Let's try and play another game with it. Echo Bench, actually, we might just end the video early here. Let's go ahead and get the Archer. Wow, incredible start. We got a merge. We got the Archer in the slot. So let's just go for another Ranger round. And this guy's going to probably be going for Assassins. Now, he just wasted a lot of Elixir right off the bat, I think. What did he start with? 5? I guess he ended up with a Golden Knight, so he sold his starting troop, so he's down 1. I'm going to go ahead and get the Archer here. Hopefully we get a Dark Goblin. We do not. That's fine. Let's go ahead and go for the Spear Goblin right here. Let's just put him in the slot, and let's get the Knight in here for the E-Giant. Now, the reason why I'm putting the Knight in, why I'm getting the Knight, he's really solid early game, but late game, I really don't think the Knight is that great. However, he is absolutely a solid early game card, a more than solid early game card, actually. I I would say he's probably one of the best early game cards just because of his cost and how much stats his stats. He's a really great tank. Valkyrie is obviously better in every way, just like normal Clash Royale. The actual game, not you know you know what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and get the Spear Goblin here. I wish I could kind of get a Dark Goblin. Having a lot of trouble getting a Dark Goblin, which is what I wanted to run with this comp. I guess we just put the Goblin in the promotion slot. We should win this round. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's put in throwers just for the throwers bonus. Maybe that was a mistake, but I think because I have my 3-star Spear Goblin, I think that was a good play. I get the ace boost for my P.E.K.K.A. and my 3-star Spear Goblin is just going to be throwing absolute nukes. But okay, maybe that was a mistake. I actually don't know. I think it might have been a mistake. Anyway, we should get the 3-star Goblin here. There's the Dark Goblin. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and cycle through. Let's go ahead and get this. We could sell this, get the Valk. We could put the Valk in. And look at that. Just a great cards that we have right here. Let's go ahead and put this in the slot. And I think this is my last card for this comp. Really, once again, great start. I mean, we got the 3-star Archer. I guess this is kind of middle game now, but this guy might get. And man, let's see if he can get one of my troops out of there, because it's going to be really close to see if he can. I think he can get my Valkyrie out of the way. I think he'll stay alive. I think that'll save him. Yeah, he's going to be alive on 2 HP. So 3 HP. So 2 HP. I was right. Okay. Let's see. Can I get some more Dark Goblins? We do get another Dark Goblin. Very nice. Let's go ahead and put the Barb in. Let's put the Barb, another Barb. So put that in the promotion slot. And let's just continue to hopefully... Oh, that was a bad play. Let's get the Knight here. Do I want the Knight or the Barb? I think I'm going to get the Barb this time and then go Knight next round. This guy has an absolute beast of a team. Look at that. Throwers, Rangers. He doesn't really have a good tank, but... I mean, that's just a solid comp if you look at it. Just solid, these two troops are really scaring me because of the Ranger and the Thrower. And it also has Ace. I mean, wow, absolutely just shredding my troops. That is really impressive. Let's see if we can hopefully minimize our damage here. Nice. Let's get the Musk out of the way. No. Wow. Really good team from that guy right there. So we're 2 HP with the Ranger comp. Let's put the... Let's actually just get the Dark Goblin in the promotion slot. What else? Is there any other things I can get that would help me? Let's just block him on the Musketeer. And we are playing the dead guy right here, which is really clutch. So I'm going to go ahead and get the Knight. Do I want the Knight or the Dark Goblin? Because I feel like... Okay, how about this? No, I can't do that. I think I'm just going to put the Dark Goblin in here to guarantee it. No, I'm actually going to put the Knight. Okay, I'm going to put the Knight in there, and I'm going to gamble that I get a Dark Goblin from the Goblin Synergy next round. If I don't get a Dark Goblin, it's going to be really, really sad. Man, such a risk right there, but I think it should hopefully pay off. Hopefully it should pay off. If it doesn't, it's going to be really bad, and I'm probably going to lose. Let's see if any of these guys are getting knocked out. No, he actually wins. This guy wins. Okay. So he's going to stay alive, and it's going to be us 3 in the late games. All 3 Loongs. So hopefully... Oh, I don't get the... Oh. Took a risk. It didn't pay off. I'm going to go ahead and go... I can't even block anyone. So, whoa, what is this comp? Avenger, Electric, Ranger. It's really high leveled. I don't know if it's actually that good. I guess... Oh, okay. I'm going to get a 4-star Goblin if I... continue and get a couple more rounds. Unfortunately, I don't see how I win this. I'm going to go ahead and put this down here just to get the... Does he have any stun cards? He actually doesn't. So I'm going to go ahead and put this under here so the Barb can get it. I actually probably should have switched that with the P.E.K.K.A, honestly, so my Goblin could have got the Juggernaut Shield because my Goblin does a lot of damage. Okay, come on, get the Ewiz out of there. Okay, Ewiz is down. Come on. Pick a tank a little bit more. I don't think I win. Oh, I was so close. All right. We lose the second game with the Ranger comp, but it's still really solid. That was an interesting comp. It was really high leveled, especially for the Loong. But I'm going to go ahead and play the last game and play the my last best comp, which is going to be 4-Clan Avenger. with the Loong. Super solid comp. For clan, for Avenger. Just a great comp with the Loong. Only with the Loong can you play this comp. It's super expensive though. You're gonna need a lot of elixir for it. So hopefully I can build up a good amount of elixir in the early games. And we are playing Swift Tile, so I don't actually mind this modifier. I think it's actually fun. If that wouldn't have stunned my archer, it would have been even more fun. Yay! All right. Let's go ahead and go for the wizard here, and go ahead and upgrade the archer, and probably get the E-Giant. Now, I don't know if that was a great play, but I don't have any good frontline tanks, so let's see. He's got an archer in the front. He has the prince. I don't know if I win this. Probably not. I do have the 2-star archer, which is actually really big. Unfortunately, I have my E-Giant in the slot that does that has the hit speed bonus. But okay, so he has the buffed up archer left that does. Okay, do we win this? I don't know. It's gonna be really close. Come on, no, we don't. We don't win. 3 HP. Are we serious? That was probably a matter of levels. Yeah, if my archer was level 15. Can we just remove levels from the game, please? Please, I'm begging. Hopefully we can go ahead and get this clan bonus. But right here, this guy looks like he might be going for something similar. Once again, having a lot of trouble getting the elixir to actually go for the comp that I want to. It seems like every comp that isn't, ranger thrower is having, I'm having a lot of trouble getting. It looks like any comps that might have had 7 troops are just going to be super difficult because there's not going to be any way to get late game elixir. Once again, another queen user, might not have been a real player, but another queen user unable to beat out the Loongs, because Loong is just looking really solid, honestly. Super good comp. Also, I just realized you can play 4-clan Juggernaut, I think, right? Because Valk is both a... Wait, hold on, let's do some math here. So we have Valk, we have... I think you can play 4-clan Juggernaut. That seems kind of insane. Maybe that would be a better comp. Maybe I can pivot to that or something. Maybe I could try. I think it's going to be way too expensive, so that's going to be the 3rd comp here. Let's see if it's a good comp or not. Right here, once again, not enough elixir because I'm not using goblins. So, looking really difficult right here. Let's go ahead and sell this just to try and get some. Okay, we do get 4-clan right there. So this is actually a really solid comp. I'm going to go ahead and stay with this for this round. Maybe this is actually a really good comp. Let's look. We're playing the queen guy, so he's not in the game. So, hopefully we can go ahead and win this. Man, I don't know. What is this guy playing? I'm just kind of looking at other comps to see, what's actually good right now. I did see Ratike made a video. I don't actually know how to say his name. Ratike, I don't know. He made a video about a fire synergy with the wizard and the blaster. So fire blasters. That was one of the comps that he said was very good. I actually have not played with that comp yet, so if you see his video, definitely check it out. Because maybe that would be a really good comp. Let's go ahead and go for the witch right here. Let's sell it and go for the witch. Once again, a lot of synergies here, but I'm not sure if they will be very great, especially up against this comp right here that looks absolutely insane. However, the Loong, absolutely a lot better than I thought. I'm in a lobby with all their Loongs. There's a reason why the queen guy is out right now. Queen just struggles a ton with beating out the Loongs. I don't know why. I do know why. It's because there's one less troop. Honestly, I cannot believe that the extra troop made that much of a difference. It was really surprising to me. Let's hopefully we win this. It's gonna be really close to stay in this game. Come on. All right, we're still in the game. Do a lot of damage to that guy. Hopefully we could play. Oh, we're playing the number 1 guy. What's he playing? Okay, that's not a bad comp. I think I just have to stay like this. Let's go ahead and go for an anti-assassin type of placement. And let's make a assassin hole. Let's just put this right here. And then put this right there for the Juggernauts. I don't know. I can't get the queen with the Juggernauts, so let's do this. Maybe I don't want that in the swap. This maybe. I don't know. Actually, he's gonna Prince Charges should hit my Valkyrie, right? No, it hit the troop in the Swift tile. Okay, well, we do lose this game, or at least we should. That bomb did a lot of damage actually, but he does have Ranger and Thrower, so and he has got a 3-star Dark Goblin, so I don't think there's any winning against this. One shot to my queen, and we are out of the game. But that is the third best comp in Merge Tactics. Is going to be the Clan Avenger comp. I will see you guys in the next video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace.